again did well to evade the attempted challenge from Chesham. Duan van der Merwe, every time he gets the ball on this piece of London turf, you expect brilliance. And this is Tom Jordan, who is brilliant. White calling for it. Scotland set it up for another big forward drive. A dozen phases. It is Freeman. It is England.
Have to go route one. A few Scottish players felt they had their hands underneath. The referee came round. He felt he could see the point of the ball on the ground.
Tommy Freeman wandering away to the right-hand side. Oh, the breakthrough from McDowell! The moment for Scotland to create history. McDowell within 6 metres. Kyle Rowe to the right-hand side. Scotland go to the left. They have to score! Duan van der Merwe, the stuff of English nightmares.
Brave rugby. What a cut, inside pass. McDowell did so well, didn't he? To keep the movement going. A moment in history.
Off we go. For history, for Scotland. Oh, he's missed it!
The Calcutta Cup 2025 recap of the game. 16 points to 15. England over Scotland at Twickenham. And a game with a lot of controversy and a lot of boring patches, to be honest. I guess both teams will be disappointed in the performances, but a win is a win at the end of the day, and that's what matters, especially in the Six Nations. We know one loss can mean the end of your whole trip, right? End of the whole tournament. But England get it done in, very, very tight spaces. But bravo to them for getting the win. That's their second win of the tournament. And we'll go through it here. So we started off with Ben White getting to try at the start of the match. Beautiful try by him. The team looked brilliant at this point. I mean, Duan van der Merwe with the break down the side, back inside. I think he bumped off or beat the tackle of Marcus Smith. Then Freeman comes back. So both the wingers on that side of the field, they're 1 for 1. And Freeman has been playing brilliant this tournament. He's been a breakout star. And with Marcus Smith making, and should I rather say, after Ben White's try, Finn Russell misses the kick. A pretty easy one, to be honest. I'll be honest. I've used the goal kick in my day, and, I'd probably hit 9 out of 10 of them, and I never played professionally. So, a bad miss by him, but this happens. It's rugby, right? We move on. It's early in the game. Freeman scores again afterwards. Marcus Smith makes the kick. Hugh Jones scores another try after 18 minutes, and a brilliant try as well. Yet again, same thing. Couple offloads, inside ball, broken tackles. Hugh Jones crosses over in the corner as the inside ball was cut off. And another miss for a kick. Then you got Marcus Smith coming in with a penalty in the 55th minute. I mean, the Scots were running all over the English, I'll be honest. It's the same as last week. But at the end of the day, if you can't win the game, you can't win the game. The French made breaks last week, left, right, and centre, but just dropped every ball over the try line, that sort of stuff. This week again, the Scots just couldn't get the try line or couldn't get a penalty inside England's half, a kickable one anyway, which ended up being pivotal. Marcus Smith with a penalty, another penalty by Marcus, and then another penalty by Marcus Smith in the 70th minute. Oh, sorry, not Marcus Smith. Should I rather say, but Finn Smith got that last penalty, which was nearly 50 meters. Brilliant kick by him. You could see him after the kick. He really celebrated it. The camera showed his parents as well just before the kick, and the dad's trying to hide. But he hit the kick, nailed it. Brilliant, brilliant moment for him. And then right at the end of the game, Duan van der Merwe, man, he loves scoring tries against the English. He's the highest try scorer in Scottish history. And he scores. One thing I probably would have thought is, even when he was running kind of to the try line, he never looked like he wanted to make it closer for the kicker. I guess I would have tried to make it closer for the kicker some way or another, because if you miss the kick, it doesn't matter if you score, because you're not going to win. And unfortunately, he just kind of looked for a try line. He trusted in Finn Russell, and Finn Russell did not kick the ball over again. So 0 for 3 for Finn Russell, and one of them would have won the game. Pivotal moments. That's the difference in these Calcutta Cups. It's always such a tight game. It can be one mistake, one missed kick. Same with the Rugby World Cup final. Let's not forget, one missed kick. Quarterfinal, that charge down on Thomas Ramos. Just little inches, and that's what rugby games like this is great, is that one moment can change the game, and that's, I guess, what rugby needs more of, is these tight games that draw the whole crowd in. But fair play to England. They played well. They did their job. They kicked a lot. But so did the Scots. I mean, a lot of times it was literally... So the box... And the thing is, the refs... Both teams did this, not just England, right? But what's his name? Alex Mitchell. He would take like 10 seconds to get the ball. Ben White would take forever as well to get the ball back. And I counted it many times. I actually watched it in the rucks. So the ref would say, use it, which means 5 seconds, right? Then about 3 or 4 seconds pass before he gets it even to the back. So he's, kicking it out with his foot to the back of the ruck. And then he waits another 3 or 4 seconds. So this is now like 8, 9, 10 seconds it's taken just to kick the ball. The refs at the start of the Six Nations, if you remember correctly, as soon as a player, or even in the autumn series, they really made a thing about it. Because I remember this for a fact, is that Cobus Reinach from the Springboks, he actually got done for taking too long. So it ended up being a scrum to the opposition. This Six Nations first round, same thing. The refs are right onto him and said 2 seconds. Get rid of it now. Otherwise, it's opposition ball. What ends up happening later on in the round, some refs still care, some don't. They just allow them to take like 10 seconds. And this game could have been so much more, because the Scots were playing such brilliant rugby out the backs, and the English were just dominant in the forwards. But it was marred by just so many kicks. Let's go look into the stats. There's a couple of dubious calls. A lot of people are saying that Finn Russell is talking too much to the ref. He's crying in the ear the whole time. It's like, mate, he's co-captain, first of all, so he can go and talk to the ref. Also, man, they were weird calls. I got to be honest. I got to bring it up, right? I got to bring these calls up. The first try, called a try by the ref. Every highlight showed that he was actually held up. So why not just send it upstairs? I just don't understand. I know you want to continue the game, but as soon as you see one, I guess, highlight that says, let's just say we still think it's 80% chance it's a try, but there is that 20% that it might be held up. Wouldn't you just go and check it? You have the technology. Why not use it? We've seen them use the technology for dumber reasons than for a try. That's why the technology is there. They literally changed the rules now that it's only for dirty foul play and for tries. Why not use it? Another one as well, Mario Toje coming over the top of the ruck. Finn Russell kind of, secured the ruck. Toje is off. He's not even on his feet. His feet are dangling up in the air. I mean, brilliant steal, but not legal. His hands are on the ball. And the reason why he couldn't just, I guess, stand up is because his feet's in the air. So how are you supporting your body weight when you're laying all on Finn Russell and you're literally, the only way you're supporting your body weight is by holding the ball? That's a penalty. You're not holding your body weight. I'm sorry. You're off your feet as well. Very, very weird penalty. Just a couple weird calls, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Finn Russell makes one of those kicks, Scotland win. And that's the execution on their side of things. We can complain, about the refs' decisions, but at the end of the day, that is actually what mattered more. There are dodgy calls, don't get me wrong, and they should be looked into, and the refs should have, I guess, some repercussion. But at the end of the day, refs make mistakes, and that's what's going to happen. So that is what it is. So Tommy Freeman obviously getting a try. Marcus Smith with 3 kicks over goal, 1 penalty, 1 conversion and 2 penalties. 1 penalty by Finn Smith and 3 tries by the Scots. 1 by Ben White, Hugh Jones, and Dwan van der Merwe. You can see here, wow, 36 kicks from England, 25 from Scotland, 252 passes by Scotland, only 102 by the English. Far out. Man, talk about expansive rugby, right? I know even some of my English friends who, obviously support the national team, they're saying that they still want Borthwick gone because he's just not playing open style rugby. There's zero. It's just kick after kick after kick. And yeah, it's just it's a winning style of rugby, but it's just not. It's not giving opportunities outside of getting these penalties, right? But anyway, that's a moment for another one. Yeah, that's crazy. That many kicks. 160 runs for the Scots compared to 78 for the English. You can see 100% kicking for the English. They didn't miss one. So brilliant job by Marcus and brilliant job by Finn Smith. You can see possession here, 56% to the Scots, 60% in the second half. Territory, 59% to 55. Doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? 9 clean breaks to the Scots, 2 to the English. 35 defenders beaten for the Scots and only 10 for England. 10 offloads for Scotland. Oh, man. Rucks won, both around that 95% mark. Mauls won, only 66% each. 18 turnovers conceded by the Scots, 12 from England. Far out. Still a high percentage of tackles by England. 85% tackle completion, 90 by the Scottish. Scrums won 5 out of 6 for the English, 2 out of 3 for the Scots. Line out 16 out of 16 for England and 22 out of 24 for the Scots. Interesting. Penalties conceded, 13 for Scotland and 10 for England. And I think most of them came in the second half for Scotland there as well. Yeah, wow. Just domination in the stats 2 weeks in a row against the English, but they get the job done. And you gotta say, brilliant work by the players. Doesn't matter if you're getting dominated. Doesn't matter what the stats are. We're just going to win the game. We're going to grind it out. And that's what they did. So well done. I know in the last 10 matches, the English have lost a lot of games by 1 score. And now the tide is turning. I kept saying it as well. I kept saying that eventually they're going to have to win these close games, right? And I think actually a pivotal thing about that is Jamie George. Him coming on, in the last 30 minutes, 36 minutes he played, he was brilliant yet again. Last week he played a little bit less minutes, but he closed out that game against the French. So he's just really good at his line-out throws, leadership at the end of the games. Just experience, you can't teach it. The only way you can get it is by playing a lot of games, and that's what he's done. So brilliant work by them. Well done to the English. Let's look at some stats here. So you can see players again. So Marcus Smith, 5 runs for 71 meters, 1 broken tackle. Ollie Lawrence, 21 meters. Slade, 32 meters. Finn Smith, 5 runs for 27 meters. In the forwards, we got Will Stewart, 6 runs for 9. 12 runs by Ben Earl for 30 meters. Willis with 5 for 20. Elliot Daly with 6 runs for 35 meters. He brought a lot of energy off the bench again. He was one of the best players off the bench last week, scoring the game winner. Yeah, brilliant performances by them, but not many runs, obviously, as we've seen. In the Scots side, you got Blair Kinghorn, man, far out. 22 runs, 126 meters. He's the fullback of the round so far, in my opinion. 3 clean breaks, 7 defenders beaten. Only thing that might make him not the best, I guess, fullback for this round is just the amount of offloads he kept forcing. And it's just 2 turnovers he did because of that. Kyle Rowe had a brilliant game, 9 runs, 32 meters. A bit of a tough penalty against him. Hugh Jones, 9 runs for 36 meters. Also 6 defenders beaten for Kyle Rowe. Tom Jordan, 12 runs for 50 meters. Couple of turnovers against him, though, which was not good from him. Dwan van der Merwe, 15 runs, 88 meters, 2 clean breaks, 5 defenders beaten, and 3 offloads. And, he pretty much set up 2 tries, in all honesty. Finn Russell, 4 runs, 29 meters. Ben White, 2 for 20. Pierce Kuman, 10 runs for 1 meter. He did do the tough carries, I'll be honest, but I've seen a couple times he should have given it out the back, and he just didn't. He just held it. Zander Fagerson, 11 runs for 11 meters. Jamie Ritchie, 7 runs for 11 meters. Jamie Ritchie was bloody brilliant this game. Jack Dempsey, 11 runs for 20 meters as well. Yeah, a couple of big performances there by the Scots. I mean, Matt Fagerson, 9 runs, 12 meters. McDowell, 3 runs for 48 meters. Brilliant. On defense, this is where the English come in, right? I mean, Tommy Freeman on the right wing. 11 tackles, no misses. 3 tackles, 2 misses by Marcus Smith. Ollie Lawrence, 9 and 3 misses. Henry Slade, 12 tackles, but 5 misses. A lot of missed tackles here, all but Tommy Freeman, right? Finn Smith, 16 tackles and 4 missed tackles, but Finn Smith did a couple big hits, and it actually resulted in either a penalty or a turnover, and his defense is solid. He's a very good defending 10. You see that at club level as well. You got Ellis Gange, 9 tackles, 0 misses. Brilliant by him. Cowan Dickey, 10 tackles, 1 miss. Stewart, 10 tackles, 1 miss. Brilliant work by the forwards. Itoje, 13 and 1 miss. Chesson, 13 and 2 misses. Ben Earl, 17 tackles with 2 misses. Jamie George, 13 tackles with 1 miss, and he only played like half a game. Ben Curry, 13 tackles and no misses. Man, work rate. These stats are interesting. Also, now you look at the defense for the Scots. Ben White, 7 tackles, no misses. 2 tackles, 2 misses by Kyle Rowe. He got given that penalty against him where he's kind of standing upright, and Chesson was running, and he was like kind of retreating, like almost, oh no, I don't want to run into you, you're a big fella. And then he kind of, his head clashes with his head, it comes back for a penalty. Yet again, I hate these freaking head clashes. They're just the dumbest penalties. You can't move your head. If his head doesn't clash his head, it's a fine tackle. There's no judgment, but because his head accidentally hits his head because of the force, yeah, stupid, man. Absolutely stupid, in my opinion. Then you look, Jamie Ritchie, 9 tackles, with only 2 missed tackles. I think you can see it here. Where is it? He also won like 2 or 3 turnovers. I think he is pretty much like the 6 of the round for me. He's played brilliantly this game. Rory Darge, 11 tackles, no misses. Matt Fagerson, 4 tackles and no misses. But yeah, they just couldn't score when they needed to score. They were in the opposition, in the English 22 way more. They made way more runs into 22. And the English, fair play to them, they literally did not give up penalties in their own 22. The Scots were attack, and the English just didn't give up penalties. And that's what won them the game. At the end of the day, discipline in their own 22, in the kicking range, where Scotland gave up penalties in kicking range, and 3 penalties converted, and that was the difference right there. And that's the tough thing about rugby, right? Is because you want teams to score tries, but scoring 3 tries still doesn't win you a game. And the other team only scoring 1. So make your kicks, Finn Russell, unfortunately. But I'll end it on that. Like the video if you liked it. If you want to see future content, hit that subscribe button right below the video. All it is a click of the thumb or click of the mouse. It doesn't cost you anything. And you'll be able to see future videos, and it means a lot. It helps support the channel, and we'll be able to keep making content. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.